It is my pleasure to welcome you here this evening to the 5th graduation of the Enlightened Sentencing Project. In May 1997, Honorable
don't do in criminal justice anymore. It's become so tied up politically, with so many people being concerned about how they're going to appear to the voters, that people would rather be safe, not say anything about this TM thing, not appear to be a part of it, call us, a bunch of crazy people, and go on with their lives, and yet constantly give their rhetoric about how much they want to do something about crime. So I say all that because, one, that is why I made the decision that I made, and two, that is why I am so incredibly grateful, astounded, amazed, and in admiration of the other judges who joined me, because I know they didn't have to do it. And I look out here and I see how they're help saving my community. And just as a regular citizen of St. Louis, I am so grateful to you guys for just doing what you do. And for reasons that because my reporter is facing a lot of serious health problems, I'm not sure when I'll be back in the criminal division, but I look forward to joining you all sometime soon and being a part of continuing to bolster the program. I want to close by giving all of you, a call to action. But let me first say to you guys, great. You make it worth getting up in the morning, all right? You give me hope. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate you. Again, and I don't care what your shade is, brother to brother, I really appreciate it because I know how hard life has been, and I know that turning yourselves around is not easy, and you are true heroes. You're heroes in your community, you're heroes in your family. Thank you. But I just want to close by giving you a challenge, all right? The challenge that I have for you is to take a step out just as these judges have, as your teachers have, as Dan Spring and other probation and parole officers who, and I got to tell you, Dan is taking some heat from his own superiors for being supportive of this. And I don't know if you want me to say that in front of a news reporter, but hey, the truth is what the truth is, and that is. And I want you to take a step as they have. And that step I want you to take is the feelings that you have about the positive benefits of including something like TM in criminal rehabilitation. I want you to write it down. I want you to address it to a man who lives in Jefferson City named Mr. Bob Holden. And I want you to address it to some guys and gals who have offices in Jeff City, known as your state legislators, your state senators, and your state representatives. They need to start hearing from all of you, okay? The citizens, the voters, the people who make this state work. And hopefully, if they hear from enough of you, they'll pick up the phone, they'll call Judge Berger, what do you think? Why don't you come to Jeff City and testify at a hearing? Or they'll call Judge Porter, she just retired recently, they'll call out of retirement. Come and tell us about what you've seen and your experiences. They'll get with the scientists and say, look, why don't you guys study, here's a grant. Study, let's go ahead and get maybe 1,000 people through the program at once, and let's do a real good study. If they hear from you, so I want to close with that challenge to you to take that step forward with everyone else and let people know, let legislators and the governor and congressmen or whoever know what you have seen. Okay, what you have seen beats any study. When you have fathers reconnecting with children, husbands reconnecting with wives, daughters reconnecting with mothers. It doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't get any better than that. So tell the world about it. Thank you for listening and for allowing me to be a part of your lives, even though it was small.
I do have to tell one story about Corey Exum. You know, I do remember him very clearly. I mean, you know, he was a bit of a Dickens because he did keep coming back. We saw him several times. And finally, I just got so frustrated. I said, Corey, when are you finally going to go over and do that transcendental meditation? That's the only hope to keep you from coming back to see me. And I don't think you've been back since, have you, Corey? No. But I do congratulate all of you for what you've done, and it is truly wonderful, and I hope that you will make this something that you will continue throughout your life. I also want to thank the probation officers that are here. I know Daniel Spring's here. I don't know whether any other probation officers are here, but I do want to thank you if you have come, because you're the other very, very important component in trying to encourage young men and women in turning their life around. I'll pass that.
I'm a circuit judge. I have asked a few people to join this program that were on the brink of going to prison. I think after tonight, I'm going to use it much more often. I'm going to be going back to a criminal division in January, most probably. And let me tell you, I find that very depressing. It's very depressing. And let me also give a more unifying message to you. I was struck by the same situation as I saw all these young people with the same types of crimes, the same types of lives, and the same type of future life they were going to have. And we're all in this together. Our community is not good no matter who ends up in prison. And the figures of the racial disparities, et cetera, are very upsetting to a lot of us. But we're all in this together. And congratulations.
I started using TM after my friend, colleague, and brother, Judge Mason, did, because I went to the same division that he was in when Farouk Anklesaria came in to visit him and talk to him about TM. And I had an experience similar to this gentleman here. I always wanted to learn TM. And so Mr. Anklesaria, Farouk, my friend, provided me the opportunity to learn it, as well as to utilize it for my probationers. And after learning it myself, as I wanted to, that gave me more credence and more confidence in the fact that it would be a wonderful, valuable, and useful tool for people like yourselves that got caught up in the system but needed something more, as most probationers do, offenders do, needed something more than the Department of Corrections provides or the Board of Probation and Parole provides with its basic complement of programs. You needed something to deal with the problems within. Terrence Fields, I think Terrence put it in a nutshell, okay? I haven't heard anybody say it any better than Terrence. You know, you come in and you got all these problems, you got a case or cases hanging over your head, and the prospects are pretty dim. Even if you're looking at probation as a good possibility, the prospects are pretty dim. Because through that, there's nothing that provides an opportunity to get out of where you are. As Terrence said, to keep you from being locked up within. And that's where everybody was when they came in, whether it was before me, or Judge Berger, or Judge Forder, or Judge Mason. You're locked up from within. And the worst punishment that a human being can get or receive or provide to him or herself is the punishment they give to themselves. It's greater than anything you can get by having some judge send you to the Department of Corrections. It's greater than anything that you can get by being on probation with some probation officer that doesn't particularly like you or care about you and may not have your interests at stake, although the bulk of them do. All right, but you know, people have personality conflicts. We all understand and appreciate the fact that that can affect people's success rate too. But the real problem is the fear and the despair and the self-loathing that we have as individuals that locks us up inside. Because that's what really keeps us from being successful, okay? And the gift that each of you has received by having TM as a condition of your probation has allowed you to not be locked up inside. It has allowed you to tap into those things deep inside you that lead you to a better existence, a more positive existence. And that's just not hype. You all know that. You know, some people are ahead of others, some people are a little behind others, but the bottom line is each and every one of you has been released inside. And everybody progresses in that release to their own personal degree, step by step. And the key to maintaining that release, that freedom, because that's what it is, it's freedom. It's greater than any freedom you can get, even greater than having me sign an order saying the defendant is discharged from probation. Because that little order is just a temporary thing. That just means that you made it through that step. The key to TM is that it will allow you and afford you the ability, if you use it, and I know that if not all of you, the bulk of you will use it on a daily basis for the rest of your lives, it will allow you to continue to be free, because it will allow you to continue to be free in here. And if you're free inside, there's nothing that anybody can do. There's nothing that you can't overcome. There is no barrier that you cannot hurdle to be successful as an individual, as a person, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, whether you're old, whether you're young. There's nothing that you can't overcome as long as you stay free inside. And the consciousness that we talk about in TM, when you practice it, the level of consciousness and the balance that is maintained between yourself and nature, the natural order, if you will, is that which allows you to be free. It's not what I say as a judge. It's not what your probation officer says as a probation officer. It's not what a correctional officer may say to someone who might be behind the wall. It's not what our mothers and our fathers say to us. It's who we are and what we are in here. And this allows us to tap into the potential of who we really are and what we really are as human beings. That's the benefit of practicing TM, and that's the benefit of the gift that I provided to you. I didn't give it to you, it was just there. Mr. Anklesaria provided it to you. I signed a piece of paper that entitled you to pick up your gift. It was like a gift certificate. The gift that Judge Forder has given you, the gift that Judge Mason has given you, and the gift that Judge Berger has given, each and every one of you allowed you to receive. Keep using that gift. Don't give it back. I don't want the gift back. Mr. Anklesaria doesn't want the gift back. But you can do what Judge Mason has urged you to do, and that's to share the gift. Because it's the kind of gift that gets better if you share it with other people. If you tell them about it. If you urge them to make it available for other people in the same or similar circumstance. It's not a gift to be hoarded. It is not a gift to be jealously guarded. It is a gift to be shared, and in sharing that gift, you will get a better benefit from it because you will be even more in balance with yourself and with nature. I want to thank each and every one of you for participating. I want to thank each and every one of you for growing and breaking loose the chains that formerly bound you, not from what I did or what the police did or what your friends did, but from what you did, you know. I want to thank you for doing that and urge you to continue to do that. And I know if you do that, I'll never see you again. And none of these other judges will ever see you again either. Because you know what? We don't want to. And I'm taking up a lot of time, but I got to say this. I view my job, and I think all of us view our jobs as judges, as trial judges in particular, as working ourselves out of a job. We don't like to see people coming into our criminal division. It's the worst thing about our job. It's the most difficult job about our job is being a judge, because it gives you a really distorted and slanted view view of mankind. I mean, you know, we know what's out there, but we don't like to see it. Please work me out of a job, because I don't enjoy doing this. I don't enjoy doing criminal work. It's tough, because we sit in judgment on our fellow human beings, our fellow men, our fellow citizens in the community. And we have to make tough decisions about them to protect everybody else in the community. But if you work at protecting yourself, then we don't have to work at protecting other people, because other people will be protected, because you'll be doing, other possible offenders will be doing what they need to do. And I'll leave this last thought, which is something I was thinking about here as I was listening to the science and listening to everybody talk. And it relates to what happened 2 weeks ago. And the thought that I had then is the same thought that I had tonight. What a wonderful world this would be if everybody was in touch with their consciousness and was at peace within themselves. Nobody would have to go to war against America. America wouldn't have to go to war against anybody else. And everything would be the way it was supposed to be in the world when this little planet of ours was created. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to join all of you here today as you celebrate your graduation from the TM program. While this is the first graduation from this program that I've had the opportunity to attend, I've heard a lot about it from Farouk and Ruffina, from David, and from the other judges on the court who've attended past programs, and particularly from Judge Wolf, who's from St. Louis, former professor at St. Louis U, and from Chief Justice Steve Limbaugh, who's been a supporter of the program since, I believe, the first graduation in 1996 he spoke at, and he has just talked about the wonders performed by the program over the years, and he is just really, really excited about it. Both Judge Wolf and Judge Limbaugh have asked me to read some letters from them, which they wrote to the Anklesaria to let them know of their continuing strong support for the program. Dear Farouk, I'm delighted by the news of the progress in the Transcendental Meditation Program for probationers. As I understand from Judges Autrey, Berger, Forder, and Haney, nearly all of the probationers engaged in the program have benefited immensely. Like those judges, I am convinced that TM can be a uniquely effective tool with which to rehabilitate offenders, and it is a tool that has so far proved its worth. All those who are interested in positive and innovative solutions to the crime problem owe a debt of gratitude to the judges and to you, and to the TM organization, and of course, to the Maharishi for this important contribution. Please extend my hearty congratulations to the probationers who this Tuesday will graduate from the TM program. They have shown their ability and willingness to take their place as responsible and productive members of society. I join the other judges and you in rejoicing in their success. I have been most impressed with the work that you and the probationers have done to improve the lives of your graduates. From their enthusiastic reports, I discern that your students have found in your program a source of personal strength, self-awareness, and self-control that has the remarkable effect of helping them to keep themselves out of the criminal justice system. They and you are to be congratulated for the life changes that have been effected. Best wishes to you on this graduation day. Sincerely, Michael A. Wolf. I can but add my agreement to Judge Limbaugh and Judge Wolf's sentiments. Your willingness to commit yourself to completing this program shows your strength of character. As you face the trials and temptations of everyday life, you now have the tools you need and the inner strength you need to draw on to help you make good decisions. With the commitment to the program shown by the judges who've spoken here today, I'm confident that the program will grow and others will continue to have the opportunity that you have had to take part in the program. Donald E. McBee. Congratulations. Brent Moitman.